Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer from English with Jennifer. If you want to study basic English, subscribe and watch all my lessons. You can study with my students Flavia and Andreia. In this lesson, we'll have some fun with a classic fairy tale. Do you know what a fairy tale is? Listen. I want to know if you read fairy tales when you were children. Fairy tales. Fairy tale. A fairy tale is a story for children. And in fairy tales there can be witches or dragons, castles. Fairy tales are exciting stories we tell children. We can tell them, we can read them, fairy tales. When I was a girl, when I was a little girl, I read fairy tales, I heard fairy tales. Yeah. Did you?
Yes.
Yes, me too. There's a fairy tale in English, we call it Little Red Riding Hood. Little, right, little, Red Riding Hood. It's the name of a girl.
Riding Hood?
Riding Hood. There we go. That's Little Red Riding Hood. Do you know her?
Yes. Português is Chapeuzinho Vermelho.
So hood is chapéu, what?
No.
What's
no?
Oh, it's completely different.
Yes.
Okay. What do you call it?
Vermelho. Chapeuzinho Vermelho.
Okay, so you know that she has this like cape.
Yeah.
And she has a hood, right?
Yes.
And where is she going?
Her grandma.
To her grandmother's house. To her grandma's house. So she lives here. Her grandmother lives here, and she goes through the woods. Through the woods. Whoops. To her grandmother's house. She goes through the woods. There's trees, and then she meets a big animal. What kind?
A wolf.
A wolf. A wolf. And is the wolf good or bad?
Bad.
Bad, right. He likes to eat people. So she's going there and she's carrying a basket of food.
Basket?
Basket. Right. She has this basket of food. She's going to her grandmother. I think her grandmother is sick.
Yes.
So she's going to her grandmother. She meets the wolf and the wolf is like, where are you going? I'm going to my grandmother's house, right? And so the wolf is smart, and he goes to the grandmother's house first. And what does he do to the grandmother?
He
eats her. Yeah, he eats
her.
the grandmother.
Yes.
He eats the grandmother. So then Little Red Riding Hood comes to the house and sees the wolf. Where's the wolf?
The bed.
In bed. And the wolf looks like the grandmother with the hat, the glasses, and Little Red Riding Hood says all kinds of things like, ooh, what big eyes you have, what big teeth you have. And what does the wolf want to do?
Eating. Reading. No.
Eat Little Red Riding Hood. He wants to eat the girl too. Yeah. And there are different stories. In some stories he eats her. Other stories someone comes to help. But yes. So there's different endings. Usually I think today we tell children everything's okay. Like the grandmother's okay. Little Red Riding Hood's okay. Everyone's okay. But I think the first story about Little Red Riding Hood is the wolf eats everyone. But today, the story will be different. We're going to change the story. So we will change the story. First, I want you to read the story the way it is. Okay, we're going to read. That's the story, and that's the story. The story is here. This is the first story, the classic story. We will change the story, and we will make it different. But let's practice now. Can you read the first part?
Little Red
Riding
Hood.
Riding Hood.
Riding Hood. walks alone through the woods to visit her grandmother. Along the way, she meets a wolf. The clever wolf learns the girl's plans.
Stop. Clever. What does clever mean?
He's intelligent.
Intelligent and smart. A clever wolf, a smart wolf. Okay, Flavia, continue.
He arrives at the grandmother's house before the girl eats the grandmother and then takes the old woman's place in bed. When little Riding Hood arrives, she slowly understands that her
Granny
looks different, and the wolf then tries to eat her.
Right, that's the basic story. Let's change it. Let's make it good for Red Riding Hood. Granny. Granny is a way that some people call their grandmother. Grandmother is just a person, and we say, hi, Grandma. Hi, Granny.
Gran or grandma.
Granny, Grandma. We have different names. Some people have other names that they use. I said Grandma. But okay, so look at number 1. Little Red Riding Hood is now smarter. This time in our story, because we want to change this, we will make it different. This time the wolf will see her in the woods, but she won't tell him about her plans. So we will change the story now. This time the wolf will see her in the woods, but she won't tell him about her plans. We'll see. Okay, so in our story, we're changing it. We will make it different. The wolf will see her, but she won't tell him about her plans. Flavia, too?
The grandmother is now stronger. This time the wolf will try to eat the grandmother, but the woman will fight.
Yeah, she'll fight the wolf. She's a strong grandma this time. Go ahead, number 3.
The grandmother will escape.
Will scare
The wolf, and the wolf will run away.
Yeah, she'll say, leave my house, and the wolf will be like, oh my gosh, okay. And the wolf will run away. 4.
Little Red
Riding
Hood and her grandmother will enjoy tea and cookies together. They will talk and laugh about the wolf.
Yeah. Yeah. But maybe in the next story, the wolf will be smarter.
Yeah.
So if there's another story, maybe the wolf will... What will the wolf do? Maybe the wolf will... What can he do the next time? Maybe he will bring friends.
Yeah.
There'll be 2 wolves, 3 wolves. So there's Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother, and there will be 4 wolves. Ooh, that would be bad. Okay. All right, so let's go back into the present tense, and you can tell me the story. So most fairy tales begin with, once upon a time. But that's for the past, right? We can just start with there is, there are. Okay, so in Little Red Riding Hood, there's a little girl. Her name is Little Red Riding Hood. Where does she want to go? Let's tell the basic story. Where does she go?
What? No.
Let's stay with just the present.
Present?
Yeah.
She goes to her grandmother's house.
Grandmother's house.
Grandmother's house.
Yeah. And in the woods, who does she meet?
She meets a wolf.
A wolf. And what does the wolf ask?
Where you go?
Where are you going? Where are you going? And she answers?
I'm going to my grandmother's house.
I'm going to my grandmother's house. And what does the wolf do?
The wolf goes first, then
And
he eats the grandmother.
and it's the grandmother.
Yes.
And when Little Red Riding Hood comes to the grandmother's house, what does she find? What does she see?
She sees a wolf
Wearing
wearing clothes.
her grandmother's
grandmother's
clothes.
clothes.
Where?
In bed.
In bed.
In bed.
Yeah, in bed.
And she asks, why big eyes?
Why do you have big eyes?
Yes.
Why do you have big eyes? Why do you have a big mouth, big teeth?
Big teeth, big ears, yeah.
Yeah.
And he answers, oh, the better to see you, the better to hear you, and the big teeth are the better to eat you. Okay, all right. Do you think you know the story of Little Red Riding Hood now? Try to tell the story. First, tell the story in the present tense. Then, have some fun. Change the story. Make the changes using will and won't. That's all for now. Was the lesson useful? Please remember to like and share the video with others learning English. As always, thanks for watching and happy studies. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Check out my videos on Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe.